Hey Zone leaders, this is Nick coming at you. I just want to say thank you for serving at Zone during this year. Whether you're serving once or serving every week, safety is a really important part of what we do with our kids and families on Wednesday nights and whatever we do at Kids Course. So I just want to quickly just walk through some safety procedures and things and guidelines just for you to follow. When I think of safety in Kids Course and at Zone, I think of three types of safety. I think of physical safety, emotional safety, and spiritual safety. When I think of physical safety, that's literally keeping kids safe from getting physically hurt or injured. So if we see kids jumping off tables or running into walls, we want to stop that because we don't want them to get hurt at church, right? We want to keep them safe. So when we, as leaders, we're to be on the lookout for that type of safety and keep making sure our kids are staying physically safe. The second is emotional safety. And the biggest thing I think of when I think of emotional safety is just bullying and making sure people are treating each other well. And so as leaders, our eyes need to be open, our ears need to be open, and paying extra attention to those who maybe aren't using kind words, aren't maybe being respectful to everyone, including leaders and other kids, and just trying to say, hey, that's not how we talk here at church. We treat everyone with love and respect. The third one is spiritual safety. And when we think about spiritual safety, we want Zone just to be a place where kids can ask questions, can think about God in ways that are like, oh man, I can't believe you asked that question, or what do you mean? What are you talking about? Just allow them to ask questions. If you don't have the answer, say, hey, I don't have the answer, but I'd be happy to look that up for you. So when I think of those three types of safety, physical, emotional, and spiritual, those are the types of safeties and safety policies that we're going to kind of fall into some of these and things that we want you to kind of follow. So let's just jump into some real specifics in Zone. I think you'll love my drawings here, my writing here. So first thing about Zone is we want you to always follow the 2-leader rule. You are never to be alone with a child. It should be really hard when we have this many kids and this many people up here, but if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're one-on-one with a child, please jump out in the hallway, quickly grab myself or another leader, say, hey, I need you just to stay in here until another leader arrives. So we try to set up Zone in a way that there's always going to be two leaders around, but just make sure that you're following that 2-leader rule. The second thing is the bathroom policies. You are never to go into, there are 2 bathrooms here in the hall, boys and girls. Those are for our students, for our Zone kids. They're going in those. You're not, anyone who becomes a leader, whether you're a youth or high schooler or an adult, are not to use those bathrooms on Wednesday night. We have the family restroom, which is for us as leaders to use if we need to on Wednesday nights. If a kid needs to go to the bathroom, especially in lower elementary, we need to make sure that someone's walking with them to make sure they walk down there, use the bathroom quickly, and walk back. We stand near the door. If they need any help, we talk to them, but we're not going into the bathroom without permission from staff or, so that's pretty much, you're not going to the bathroom, I should say. So if we have an upper elementary, maybe 4th and 5th, even 3rd, we might let them walk to the bathroom on their own. Probably more than likely just 4th and 5th, not 3rd. And we're just keeping tabs on them. So we're kind of like standing near the hallway, in the hallway, just poking our head out, just checking, and making sure we're keeping tabs on them and making sure who left and who's coming back and when they get back. If it takes too long, then we're kind of wandering close to the bathroom. So hopefully that makes sense. Also want to talk about touch, appropriate and inappropriate touch. So we want to make sure we're considering the person who's receiving the touch rather than one who's giving it, all right? So what I mean by that is some kids might have the best intentions when you're giving touch, whether it's a hug or a high five or whatever it might be. We just need to think about the kid who's receiving it, how they might feel. So inappropriate touch would be having kids sit on your lap, giving kids hugs and forcing them to give you a hug, doing piggyback rides, things like that. That would be inappropriate touch. Appropriate touch is like knuckles, high five, sideways hug, things like that is the more appropriate way. Now, if a kid runs up, he wants to give you a hug, you're like, no, I just watched a video from Mr. Nick. You said not to hug. You just give him a quick hug or try to redirect him with a high five or knuckle, something like that. So. And then finally, I just want to talk a little bit about positive behavior. Now, as we go through on Wednesday nights, we're going to have behavior that might be challenging, kids that might not be doing exactly what we want them to do. One of the ways that we can maybe curb that just a little bit is just to point out and be paying special attention to those that show positive and doing the right thing. So show positive reinforcement to those that are doing the right thing. So say, hey, thanks for walking, great job, or thanks for cleaning up, that's awesome, really appreciate that. Instead of always calling out the poor behavior, try and call out the good behavior. So kids are like, oh man, that's what they want. Or maybe to get their attention, this is what I need to do. So hopefully this helps you just a little bit as far as policies and procedures, safety guidelines on Wednesday nights at Zone. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you on Wednesday nights. Thanks a lot.